Well, St. Patrick's Day is this Sunday, and if you are looking for something a little different to cheer to the Irish, well, mixologist Dean Hurst just may have the drink for you. Dean, you're appropriately dressed. I gotta tell you.
Irish,
ready.
but I have green shirts.
I like it. And
yes.
You know what? I think St. Patrick's Day, you always hear people say, oh, I'm not Irish, but everybody's Irish on that day, right?
Pretty much, yeah. With just big Irish hug all the way around the world.
I think there are a lot of people that enjoy that Irish hug with a drink or two. And that's
true.
where you're going to help us out.
You just reminded me. So I was in New Zealand for my brother's wedding a couple years back, and it happened to be St. Patrick's Day, and that town was nutso. We're in Queenstown, you know, way, way, way down, other side of the world, and they are just going nutso over St. Patrick's Day.
People love their St. Patrick's Day.
I just remembered about that.
Oh, I was going to say, but you know what? I'm assuming you're going to take our St. Patrick's Day celebrating up a notch,
yes,
right?
It's the breakfast of beers, or the beer of breakfast. I don't know how you want to put it, but we're just going to pour one out because I just love to watch it cascade. And
by the way, fun fact about Dean, I'm going to share it and not let you. This is the only beer that Dean always has in his refrigerator, the good old Guinness.
That's very true. It's always in the refrigerator because sometimes like it's just the perfect thing to end a night or start a night. Like it's just the beer. Anyway, but we're going to talk about whiskey, really.
We are talking, because again, a lot of people do think, you know, Irish, and we think of those Irish drinks. So what did you bring over
We
here?
bought a blend, which is Tullamore Dew, which you see I have a giant bottle of for the house because I mix with it a lot. And then I brought a pot still Irish whiskey, which is Redbreast. So that's their 12-year-old, so 100% pot still. So they do different styles of whiskey and then blend them.
I don't even know what that means.
I'm going so fast, I know, but I always feel like I'm learning at a time, and I always want to say so much. And then this one is a single malt, so just like they'd make in Scotland, but this is a different style of 100% malt whiskey that's aged in a Madeira barrel. So Ireland is finally coming back into its own. At one point, it was like just producing millions and millions and millions of cases of whiskey, and then Prohibition happened. So that really just kind of put the big kibosh on what they were doing over there. Cooperages went out of business, distilleries went out of business. It was just kind of a mess for them. But
what are we talking? Like, how long ago was that?
Oh, so this is the 20s.
This is, okay, I was
This is the 20s and 30s, and never really fully recovered from it until recently. And now just the 23rd distillery just opened up in Ireland. So they're starting to explode with distilleries. They're, of course, making gins to start off with because it takes 3 years for it to be called whiskey. So, so like an age statement like this takes 12 years to age this out. If they just started distilling, it's going to be, I can't do the math right now. Yeah, 2031 till we see a whiskey from them.
Well, you say you can't do the math. I know you can mix a drink.
It's true. Yes, I know.
So
always need to get back to the mixed drink. So
you should see these ingredients he has back here, folks. Apples.
Yeah, just an apple. You can get really specific about what kind of apple. Like I like Jazz or Ambrosia or
and you put that in the
Honey
drink.
Crisp or
What are we making?
We're going to muddle like about a quarter of this apple up, and then we're going to add some lemon juice and simple syrup, and then Irish whiskey. And I call that drink the half Nelson. I have a friend of mine named Becca Nelson, who is very tiny, and well, she's not really that tiny, but she's shorter than me. And she came up to me at the bar I was working at and said, "I want a drink," and the name just came along with it. So half Nelson, and then if we add bitters, it's a full Nelson.
I am still on you to make a drink for me, Dean, because I still never know what to order when I go to a bar.
Okay, we can do this. And then, okay, so I got the apple. I'm going to put a little lemon juice in here. I also threw to Lisa a recipe for making this into a punch. Because if you're having a party...
Lisa is our wonderful executive producer for our viewers out there.
And if when you're having a party, it's just easy to throw a punch together. So I threw that recipe in there as well. So 3/4 ounce lemon juice, 3/4 ounce simple syrup.
And Dean's exactly right, by the way. These recipes will be online, too.
Yes. Oh, and also another thing to consider is that a single serve recipe is kind of like baking. It has to be very precise. You're balancing certain flavors, you're balancing acidity and sweetness and everything else. As where a punch is like cooking, where you can get a little more adventurous, and you can add a little bit of this and a little bit of that because you're building so much of it at once. As where a single serve drink, it has to be pretty exact.
Okay.
Fun fact.
So.
We're not. Wait, you shook the last time, but I only have one drink, so I'm going to take this real quick.
Okay. He shakes a lot quicker than I.
So anyway, cocktails are fun, but enjoying whiskey is great. And I brought a selection of glasses too, trying to cover everything here really quick. So I brought, this is the drink, this is the glass called a copita. This is like a small white wine glass, or sort of rosé or sherry in it, all kinds of.
Now, why did you bring that with the whiskey land?
Because this is what I would taste the whiskey in if I'm trying to decide whether I like it or not.
Okay, so let me taste this, because unfortunately we are about out of time already. I know you're putting the garnishes on.
Here we are.
I'm liking this.
But then this is the glass. This is the glass I drink, I use when I just want to enjoy the whiskey and don't want to think about it. It's is just a big old traditional whiskey glass.
That's good.
Yeah, right?
That's good.
Cheers.
Cheers. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Thank you.
I love Irish whiskey.
Beans.